Hey, good morning, team. Welcome to the gorgeous day. I actually attempted to block out the sun a little bit because it's coming right at my shot. But it's kind of nice to have that problem, so I am not complaining. It's a gorgeous day, if not a cold one. It's gonna be nice. So get out there. This one, the bad weather, the no bad weather to expect clothes thing barely applies today. It's quite nice. So yes, get out, get some fresh air, some sunshine, and lift your spirits a bit more. I grabbed some light weights. I went super light because I've already gotten a workout this morning, but you can grab like 5 pounders if you feel more up to that. We're gonna be doing some ab stuff, lots of core. We'll do some new exercises, some bird dog things and bears and just fun stuff to build up the entire core. So I'll give options along the way too if any of that just gets to be a little too much. But welcome. I see people tuning on in this morning. We'll start with a nice little warm up here. Our usual windshield wipers, get those hips nice and warm, low back nice and warm. Maybe you want little ones, maybe you're gonna be like me and want really deep windshield wipers. That feels good. Like I said, I already got a pretty intense workout this morning, so this feels really good. I sometimes get a little too excited in my classes and go a little too hard. And that was definitely today, which is nice, but wears me out for the rest of the day. But that's all right. We're gonna make it this. We're gonna work our cores. We're gonna get strong. Feels good. And then we'll slowly make it to center. You can keep those knees bent. We're gonna hug behind the hamstrings. Get that low back a little bit. Maybe pull back a little to get the mid back. Just be mindful of how that low back is feeling. And then we are going to take it to our little ball here. There we go, all right. Our little ball rocking forward and back. So you can get behind the hamstrings. Start with your boat. So shoulders back and down. Pull abs in, lift those elbows a bit. And then just rock back on the shoulders. Balancing up on the sit bones. So inhale back. Exhale coming on up. Just to warm up those abs. Harper's not impressed. She really is. Getting some nasty stares already this morning. We just got started. Get a few more before we balance on those sit bones. Just whenever you're ready, you're gonna find that balance, pull those abs in, and you can hang out here. If you want a little extra, you can drive those heels forward, line them with the knees. Maybe release one hand, maybe both, rolling shoulders back and down for a proper boat. Yes, I can tell my core is already tired this morning, so won't be going too hard on my end. But if you've got some fresh abs, go hard. Steady breaths. And then on your exhale, we'll slowly come to our seated position, and we're going to take it to a forward fold. If you prefer, you get those knees bent, hug behind the hamstrings. But work some of those cross legs. You can fold over the legs, get that low back a little bit more. You'll need a good stretch there for today's activities. So we're going to do some fun things. All right, we're going to jump right to it and jump into some challenging things. So we're going to have fun. All right. We're going to start with swipers, which, thanks to my teaching young children, always just makes me think of Dora the Explorer and swiper, no swiping. But if you have grandkids or whatever, you might have some experience with Dora. All right, so swipers, you have hands going off to one side, legs going off the other, and come back to center. So the main thing is just being really careful of that spine. I'll show some options here. So you have legs extended, and they're coming back almost like a dead bug, and then going off to one side, coming back, once other side, coming back. Another option is to have those knees bent, go side, center, side, center. And really checking that you're not arching that low back. Pull those abs in and rock that pelvis back. And if ever it gets to be a lot, go ahead and hang here and just do like a dead bug at center if you feel like your back's arching and you can't really stop it from doing that. So jumping in, kind of playing around with which works better. So again, you're just coming off the side, feet go off to one side, arms go off the other, and then abs in, come back to center, and then go off, and then abs in, come back to center. Let press that low back into the mat. And again, if you feel like you can't quite do that, go ahead and find some other options. Bend those knees if that helps, or just hang out here in dead bug. Whew. Get some good burn. All right. And a nice bonus, you get those arms and shoulders right. Whew. And you've got 10 seconds. We'll take nice little breathers between each one today. Whew. And time. Whew. All right, so either heels down, or you can just bring those knees in, wobble side to side, step back, or just hang out again, heels down. Whew. A little breather, because that's helpful. All right, next one is our overhead press. So grab those 2 weights, or you can grab 1 weight just holding at the ends of the dumbbell, whichever works best for you. Options here: arms straight, shoulder, elbow, horizontal line. Pulling that pelvis back, pulling abs in, belly button into the spine. You are either going to tuck the chin, lift the shoulder blades, roll back down, tuck chin, shoulder blades, roll back down, or go to knees, or go full up overhead. So kind of try out each option, see what works for you. The main thing is have the control. So if you do this and you're just flopping down, not a good idea. That's going to cause some injury. They can pop something that's showing that. So be careful. Make sure it's controlled. You're not flopping up and down. That's not going to benefit your muscles, and it can cause injury to the neck, the spine, the back. So just slow and controlled. If you need to be down here, totally fine. So wherever you find yourself, get to work. Exhale as you come and move. Inhale as you slowly release it. Starting with crunching that belly button before the move, so you make sure those abdominals are what's moving you instead of the momentum from your body. If it starts to just hurt the neck, you can put those weights to the side and cradle the head and the hands. Remember to keep those elbows aiming for the mat and that chest nice and open. That'll help you not yank on that neck. Slow and controlled. And if you start to lose that control, go ahead and find a different option. You're not going to benefit those muscles if you can't do the exercise properly. So feel free to drop it back down. It's better to do that with control, using the right muscles, than again, losing that control, possibly injuring, and then not even working those muscles at all. Whew. So a few more seconds here. And then slowly, whenever you're ready, come back down. Gonna get rid of the sweatshirt. 'Tis the season. Can't decide if it's hot or cold. Alright, here we go. Sweatshirt off the side. Okay, now it's time for work. Alright, this next one, we're gonna be doing a little tabletop. So you've got heels in line with knees, knees in line with hips, pelvis tucks back, belly button pulls in. So that's your starting move. You can do little crunches. Yeah, tuck that chin, belly button crunches first, pull the weights in, or you can be doing alternating ankle reaches. It's obviously a bit harder, gets a little bit more oblique, but it'll also be harder on the neck, harder on the back. So just find what works for you. So again, everything's set up. Really make sure that pelvis is rocking back. Abs in, tuck that chin, and get to work. Whatever that looks like for you. So we're getting some lowers incorporated by bringing those knees up. And then exhale on your move. Inhale as you release down. And feel free to adjust as you go along here. If you need to adjust, bring those weights in, or if you start to feel that neck, go ahead. Support that head. Just kind of mix it up however you need. Whew, if you still want some obliques, you can do a little side to side, like I do. My neck is just getting a little tired. Really keep pushing that low back to the mat. You got 10 seconds. Whew. You got 3, 2, 1. Whew. Heels to the mat or knees into the chest. Maybe you want to tuck that chin, get a little stretch. Oh, that's nice. All right, next one. We're going to do a reverse crunch, but this, you're going to be aiming those knees for the hands. So you've got hands up. Less challenge, you're going to be further forward. More challenge, you're going to be more toward the chest with those hands. Elbows in tight. And again, start with that pelvis rocking back. Leg button in. We're going to start with the knees up. And so with this one, you're bringing knees forward, and then come back. Knees to hands, coming back. And make sure every time that you come back, that you're still going that low back to the mat. So you might need to readjust each time. Better safe than sorry, so go ahead and take time for that. So when you're ready, exhale, inhale, release. Exhale, inhale, release. And you're working to hit those hands. So if you can't hit those hands toward the chest, go ahead and bring those hands more forward. So you want to actually hit those hands each time. Just whatever works, wherever you need to make that happen. Make sure that back is still glued to the mat. So if you need to check in at the bottom of each move, go for it. So of course we're getting a lot of low abdominals with this one. I know we got a little bit of hip, we got a little bit of upper. We got 10 seconds. Whew. We got 3, 2, 1. Whew. And time. A little side to side. And breathe. Breathing is always great. Good option. All right, we'll give those out as a little breather. We're going to take it to some weighted glute bridges here. So still working the core. Just have movement with the glutes. So weights on hips. If you don't want to do the weights, no problem. Either palms by the hips, or if you need more support for that low back, palms can go under the hips. So any way works. Roll those shoulders back and down. Press that back to the mat. And when you're ready, exhale, drive up. Inhale, sink it back down. Exhale, heels, glutes, hips pop up. Inhale, make sure that back glues to the mat. Smooth with that breath. You've got 10 seconds. And you've got 3, 2, 1, and time. A little breather. You can do some little windshield wipers side to side if you'd like. Alright, now when you're ready, you're slowly bring yourself up. So if you want to get a little fancy with it, you can leg extended. Do that roll up coming up where you tuck the chin, bring yourself up. If you're not quite there, no worries. Just roll aside, make your way up. Take your time. We're going to come onto hands and knees. If that does not work for you, I'll give some options. No worries if it's a lot on the knees to be on them. So our first option here is going to be a bird dog row. So this will be fun. If you want a little extra for the arm, you can have both weights in one hand. If you want a little bit more, I might do that myself. But again, I'll show a couple options here. So you're going to set up just like you would for a regular bird dog. So you've got your tabletop. To start, your knees and hips in a line, wrist, elbow, shoulder in a line. And you're going to drive one leg behind you. So heel, knee, hip in a line, square hips. So maybe drop that left hip a little bit, make sure they look toward the hip that's extended. Make sure it lines up with the other hip. For me, it's left. And then your other hand, your opposite hand, is going to be rowing up and down as you hold here. So it really challenges the core to stabilize. So if that's not working for you, you're going to stand up here, do a little split stance, and row it out. Really pulling those abs in. So this is going to be an ab challenge and a glute challenge. So working the core while you're rowing it out. So either way, totally fine. Line everything up wherever you end up, making sure you're lined up appropriately. If you're in that bird dog, really squeezing the glutes, making sure those hips are in a line. You're not leaning toward one side or the other. Nice line. And then when you're ready, exhale that row. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale back down. Whew. Keep breathing. Got 10 seconds. And you got 3, 2, 1. Come back down. Shake that out a little bit. Whew. Get a breath. You can definitely tell it worked out. All right. Breath. Other side. Make sure everything again is stacked, lined up properly. No matter if you're sitting, standing, kneeling. Whew. Okay. Other side. Drive that heel. Make sure those hips are aligned. Squeeze those glutes. Pull those abs in. And when you're ready, exhale that row. Inhale, release. Line up the shoulders. Line up the hips. And that applies whether you're in this bird dog position or a standing position. Keep the tension on the neck. Nice neutral chin. The apple under chin. Got 10 seconds. We've got 3, 2, 1, and time. Little breather. Whew. All right, take a second. Whew. Okay, and this next one, we're going to be doing a kneeling rotation. So again, I'll show some options if you prefer to stand. All right, and I can tell I've worked hard today because I can't really talk very well. It's taking a lot of attention and effort. So I'm going to try to make it this workout with enunciation. All right, we're going to be doing a little rotation. So you're just going to reach up, come back down. Reach up, come back down. You can do no weight if that's all on the shoulder. You can also, if you're feeling it in the low back, spine a bit uncomfortably, you can just take it here without adding that twist. You're still going to feel that input there. And if you're standing, you can do either that little side to side, nice and tight, or extension side to side. So you're going to get much the same workout whether you're kneeling or standing. All right. And we're staying on the same side if you are kneeling. So stacking it up just like you would for your tabletop. Wrist over shoulder, knees, hips. And then when you're ready, lift that one arm, come back to center. Really important is to come back down. Really pull that belly button in. So you're supporting that low back and supporting the spine. You don't want to put too much pressure on that. And again, if that twist is not working, just go up to shoulder height. Don't add the twist. And down. You're still going to feel those abs engaging as you're lifting the arm away from the body. It's going to compensate. So no matter which one you choose to do, and breathe. Whew. You know, talking to you this morning, breathing's getting hard. Relax the neck. I'll say that a lot because of me. Tighten up the neck. Figure someone else out there does that too. You got 10 seconds. Other side. Now, if you want to, you can have both hands on the dumbbells. It's nice for a little extra wrist support. I'm going to start doing that myself. So roll the shoulders back and down. If you're standing, just get another set of those side chops. Otherwise, we're on the other side, and you're jumping on in with that exhale to reach up. Inhale down. Again, really pull those abs in on the way down especially. So you're going to get oblique, upper, lower abdominal. You're going to get that low back working, but it shouldn't be uncomfortable. So if it starts to get uncomfortable again, just go to the side. Don't add that twist. You're going to feel those glutes, hips working a bit as well. So this is just a really nice core exercise. Incorporates the entire core. Got 10 seconds. And you got 3, 2, 1, and time. Right, come to center, kind of check in, make sure everything's still feeling okay. All right, we are gonna up this. We're gonna take it to a bear rotation. So it's that high tabletop we did before, bear pose. It has a couple of different names. So as a reminder, that is toes tucked, knees just hovering. We just happen to be adding a little rotation side to side. Isn't that fun? So again, you have the option to do that with no weight. You have the option to not add the twist, just bring arms out side to side. If all that is just kind of weird and scary to you, you're just gonna hold that bear. Just hold the hovering knees, keeping that tabletop. I always think of a coffee table. It's a nice long spine right there. And if that's not working for you, you can come back into those side chops or bring the elbows in and come to a twist. So whatever works, starting to find your way. If you are doing that bear, go ahead and start holding right now. Hold that belly button in, squeeze those quads, and then when you're ready, you can add that rotation. And if you're not ready, no worries. Just hold that bear, or again, you can be standing and doing that side chop. Final works. Hold those abs in tight. Got 10 seconds. You need to readjust. Go for it. Starting to lose your form. It's easy to do here. Whew. You got 3, 2, 1, and time. Okay. Whew. A little breather. Oh my. All right. Whew. Yeah, it's feeling pretty good. All right. We're going to do one more kneeling exercise, and we'll take it back onto our backs. This one, we're just going to take it to a traditional bird dog, but feel free to add that weight if you want a little something extra. Oh, and breathe. All right, so bird dog again. Stacking up that tabletop. Extending one leg, make sure the hips are level. Opposite arm, making as long of a line as you can. Pull those abs in, wrist over shoulder, hip, knee, heel. Down, back down. You can inhale, exhale, or vice versa. So make sure you got that long spine, you're pulling those abs in. Whew. All right, so when you're ready, you're starting to extend and lower it again. You can do weight or no weight. If this gets to be a lot on the knees, you can also do a standing. So keep it going, but you can do a standing version where you've got one heel, opposite arm, and you can either do that straight on or you driving it up. And you can also, for a little extra challenge, have that heel driving up instead of tapping behind. So you'll get much the same muscles pulling those abs in as you would for kneeling. Pull those abs in. And you've got 10 seconds. And you've got 3, 2, 1, and time. Waist to the side for now. We're just gonna stretch out that back a little bit with the child's pose, either knees together or knees wide on that mat. Fingertips reach forward, really drive those hips back. Forehead rests on the mat. You're standing, you're doing forward fold. Whew. And just breathe. When you're ready, you're gonna flip over on the back. Bring those weights with you. Just take your time. Okay. Oh my. All right. Yes, I'm taking my time. All right. We're gonna bring it down with some basic crunches here. So if you've got the weights, You can bring across the body to off the shoulders. You can have one weight that you're hugging in toward the collarbone, or you can have no weight. All sorts of options. You're just doing that, tuck the chin, crunch the belly button, roll back down. Making sure you're pushing that low back, so rock that pelvis back, belly button in. And when you're ready, you're just exhale, crunch that belly button with the shoulders. Inhale, coming down. And a little check on that low back. Every time you come back down, just kind of check on that low back. Make sure it's staying where it's supposed to be. If this is a lot on the neck, once again, you can cradle that head with the hands. Making sure to keep that chest open, elbows aiming down. So you're not applying too much pressure there. Got 10 seconds. Got 3, 2, 1, time. All right, we're gonna extend the arms. If you want, you can grab one of the weights, palms down, or you can just glue those palms to the floor. Either way is fine. We're gonna take it to windshield wipers, but not the fun stretching kind. These are hard, so we'll show some options. All right, pull those knees up. This is option 1. Knees up, and you can just do a little side to side here. So that's one option. Another option is to actually bring those knees all the way down, making really careful sure you pull that belly button in as you start to come back to center. So you use those abs to support you. And then of course, you can extend the legs for more challenge and go side to side. It's probably been a while since I've done these. All right, so finding which one works for you. I'll make sure I've got enough space here. Okay. Now when you're ready, glue the low back to the mat, really rock that pelvis back. And then find which option works for you. For this one, I like to inhale side, exhale center, and again, hold those abs in. As you come to center, and those feet are coming right at you. Got 10 more seconds of this one. You got 3, 2, 1, and time. Whew. And we're just gonna call that a full unwrap. We got a couple minutes left, but that's okay. I think we're super good. Oh man, we got a full body stretch. Yeah, that's been a long time since I've done that one. I think that's also called the iron cross, I believe. So it's got a couple of different names as well. But whatever it is, it does get those hips and obliques. Gets working real good. So we'll take those extra minutes for some stretching. I think we've earned it today. And then we'll gently bring those knees in toward the chest, or that low back. Rock side to side. You can do some little knee circles to massage that low back. Just really check in, make sure everything's still feeling all right. Then we're going to grab behind those hamstrings, rock it up. When you make it to the top, we'll check on that neck. Was a lot of activities here that can involve the neck a little bit, so we'll just make sure that our neck's still doing okay as well. So just a little side to side. Oh, all right. Roll that out, shake that out, get the shoulders a little bit. All right, come to center. And with that, that's a wrap. I am burning. I hope you are too. And if you need more stretching, especially for the back and neck, go ahead, take some extra forward folds, some child's poses. You can do some extra neck rolls. Just really take care of yourself. Take your time. It's important. So with that, I will leave you to the rest of your day. Again, get outside, enjoy this gorgeous day. And wherever you are, again, remember, no bad weather, just bad clothes and bad hair. And you have a great day. I'll look forward to seeing you back here again soon.